Hello, every Americas, round 15. Currently no leadership change in the standings. Seeming like Ferrari will be taking home the win if they continue consistent P2s. Not so well in Baku, but um, only 4 races remaining, including this one. So let's see who gets out on track first. It's looking like Martix and Thomas. Obviously, last race didn't go quite well. Both Saubers DNF'd. Half the grid DNF'd. It was quite a bad race, ultimately. But Circuit of the Americas is a good track, at least in my opinion. I feel like many feel similarly. So it'll be good to see what the drivers can do around here. Now, not sure what lap times are deemed as the greatest. Actually, I can check real quick. We'll check. Compared to last season. So it's looking like 131s, 132s should be what we're looking at. I know Doctor said that he was able to get 131s, so he should be quite good around here. With the knowledge that usually we'll run a little bit slower than the actual grid on a tracks design like this, where there's not quite the same correlation. They don't get the models correct most of the time. The cars drive a little bit wonky in comparison to how they would in real life. But we're about to see the times start pouring in, as I believe Thomas will be the first one to settle up, with Martix having gotten out of his way. It's really quite a beautiful track. Very neatly as a 133. Kind of slow, not going to lie. C-Boogie, new driver on the grid, going slowly. And we've got a yellow flag because of him. We've got the Saubers running alternate liveries, with Ducks having the paint Miami, and Mozzie having the digital. Another yellow in Sector 1. Let's watch, Owen's still in the pit, not a shame. Let's watch Xeon. Whoa! A little bit of a drift there. That was quite something. Doctor coming in with a 132. Very nice. It looks like Tame is starting a lap. Tame has been one of the quicker drivers. I believe we could watch him do something here. Actually, let's pull up the telemetry, see what he's considering. Yeah. Ooh, fastest sector. That will be not too shabby. Oh, there we go. Well, he kind of missed the gas there a little bit. Puts him a ways back. As Dux actually sets quite a nice time. Josh with a, what is that? A 1:32.9 something. 8:72. Alright. Vortex over here on an outlap, warming the tires. Ooh, as Thomas gets a disqualification. I believe that will get rid of his time that he set. So he'll be starting from the very back no matter what. I believe Martix here is on keyboard, as you can tell with the inconsistent wheel inputs. Looks like Tame has done a recharge lap, so we'll be able to see another go out of him. A little bit messy here as Baby Yoda and a couple of other cars are wrestling for who gets priority for their next lap. Obviously, some help is great when you're following the car, but through that S's section, that is sort of reminiscent of Mackett's and Beckett's. The dirty air really does affect you through there, and in this game the dirty air is quite terrible. It's hard to overtake or do anything. So Thomas had a quali ban from last session, and that's why he got disqualified. Makes sense. Oh, same goes fastest. I did see he was going quite fast. It did look like he had a good portion of. I believe he had the fastest first sector, and then not too far behind Doctor in the second sector. It was really that final little bit that really messed him up. Be watching Mozzie try again for a fast lap. And the times are quite spread out towards the back, as Xeon, I believe that's his intermediate tire run. Would make sense why he's so slow, as Mozzie's really trying to climb the board here, used to being a little bit higher than this. And the rivalry here seems to be between Tame, Doctor, Josh, and Dux. So hopefully Mozzie can match his driver principle in the first seat. Did not look like it was an improvement of time, but not of position, unfortunately. As the second Red Bull gives a try. Whoa! That was a good bit of impeding there from the McLaren. I believe that was Martix. Yes, I do think McKidder will probably have some words to say about that. That was quite unbecoming, unsportsmanlike. AJ is starting a lap for our preparation lap. Whoa, way off the corner there. He's just sliding all around. Hopefully his actual lap is a little bit more tidier as he starts his next lap. His first timed lap. Now, Thomas was running in the Alpine and AJ the Mercedes previously. Oh, and it looks like he's just got no track limits. That's very unfortunate. He'll be charging up the battery. Oh, and he's just collided, and he's out of the race right in that little cinematic part of the track. I think that he's fully given up, and I don't think we'll be seeing another attempt out of him. That car looks to be a little bit kaput, a little bit out of action. The final 3 minutes, I think we'll see everyone start their outlaps you shortly. Everyone eager to make the advantage. The track temperature I imagine to be kind of cold given the cloudy weather we're having for the qualifying. Owen, the winner of Singapore, not doing too great. I mean, about middle of the pack. Obviously, he'll be expecting a little bit more of himself. As the two new Red Bull drivers seem to be having a great day on track. In the top 5, Mozzie deciding to not go for another attempt as we ride on board with ducks. Now, also not doing very good is the second Ferrari, seemingly not able to match the pace found by his teammate, who's now been out-qualified by Doctor. I think they'll be a little bit eager to step it up, as it seems like Baby Yoda will be assisting his much faster teammate in by giving him a little bit of a tow down the straight. That was a little bit messy out of the tires. And he's got to close back in for the next straight. Will Baby Yoda slow down for the tow? And it looks like yes, he's slowing down for the tow. A little bit of a gain there. Will he be close enough for it to actually make a difference here? Now, this is obviously the advantages of having a teammate, as Josh gets pole. It does seem like Super Josh here is improving, but it's not looking like he'll be fast enough to get first place unless he makes some major time there. A little bit of a drift as he's itching to get back on the gas. But overall, a nice lap, but will it be enough? And the answer is seemingly no. It will not. Increase of time, but not of position, as Owen is the last person across the line, finishing out qualifying. It's Josh on pole, Doctor, then Tame, Midacure, McKidder, Dux, Owen, Mozzie, Tyrell, Louis, Boogie, Baby Yoda, Proximity, Martix, AJ, and Faye. A lot of track limits here. You'll notice that a lot of track limits. This is going to be the major part of this race, is can they keep it between the white lines? In previous races, in my experience, I've been pretty good about being cautious enough not to go across them, but it is significantly difficult. It's looking to be a little bit more sunnier for the race. good news for our tires. The warm-up won't be as cruel. Now it's just a question of the drivers readying up for the race. And we're off with the formation lap. Already having two cars collide in Louis and Baby Yoda. The real question will be, will Doctor be able to make the most out of this race, considering his track record for doing well and then getting involved in an incident that drops him back. We have some quite fast drivers, as Dux and Owen also have a collision. I believe it looks like everyone will be going for that one stop, but if we get a safety car, that could obviously mix things up. Without any apparent weather changes coming, it will be up to the drivers in order to cause something interesting to happen this race. No rain, as in Singapore. Just pure motor racing. Just waiting for the new Red Bull to park up. He fell a little bit behind on the formation lap, as it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we're off. Away neatly. It's Josh keeps the lead. Doctor going in the inside. And leaves him with the optimum line for the next turn, as in Josh having the optimal line. As we have some action. Oh, and Martix is behind. It seems the Mercedes man, Vey Thomas, who's disqualified from qualifying, had a bit of a collision with Martix. Nice battling here between Dux and Xeon. Really neck and neck through there without the DRS assistance. And Tame fights the Red Bull for 4th place and 3rd place, with the Red Bull coming out. Oh, a little bit of a push there, but Tame has the optimal line and keeps the position. The Ferrari man back here, Yoda, getting pushed a little bit down, but the worst coming out of that lap seems to be Martix. Interesting strategy here with the Ferrari running the hard tires. The alternate strategy for both V. Thomas and Yoda, as Josh seems to be getting a little bit of a gap. Obviously, they don't want too big of a gap, and Doctor wants that win, something he's been hunting for quite a few races now. Always seem to have the speed for it, just never the luck. Partially down to the game, but also some avoidable mistakes, as Martix has a track limits penalty and Duck seems to have made a pit stop with or no, front wing damage. What's he done? I believe he's had a collision with someone, as Xeon ghosting a little bit there. It seems three little packs are forming here, with Xeon unable to keep pace with proximity, Owen not able to keep pace with the next Red Bull up, the sister team, as the fight seems firmly between Doctor and Josh, as he goes for the lunge in the inside, cuts a little bit of the corner, but keeps the optimal line for the S's section. And this is a really difficult area of the track to fight through because of the dirty air. You can see how that affects the car behind, as he's fallen back quite a ways. He gained a little bit of time out of the exit. As they go down the straight, Josh will have the DRS to attack. And oh, he backs out of it. I don't even think I saw. Oh, that's why. Louis has retired from the race. I believe he's crashed. So, Doctor saved by the safety car, as he would have been in a little bit more of a battle. It does seem to be just a virtual safety car. I don't see a safety car on track, so it should be over shortly. But Louis will not be happy about that state of affairs. Going down the line, let's check on the position changes. I think we've had a few. Yeah, it seems like a few are pitting off of the medium tires, but Proximity, having the best luck out of everyone, get up 7 positions from where I started. And Ducks, and having the worst luck, having qualified quite high in the top 5, but not really able to do much with some of the battling in the midfield. Doctor really trying to make the most out of this track. DRS now. Josh finishes the move and gets past the McLaren man firmly into the lead, but Doctor will have an opportunity to attack as he has the optimal line through this section. He seems to be a little bit cautious as he lines up for another overtake, getting past, but going a little bit wide, it seems. Some very impressive fighting here from Doctor and Josh, as he lines up to take the DRS in the straight. And there's the DRS. We'll try, but it seems he wants to sit behind and charge that battery up. Probably saving it for the larger straight, where he tried to get past the prior, but nicely through this section. Someone we haven't talked a lot about is Tame. Obviously, he's had the ability to catch up to these with the virtual safety car, so he's really lucked out. But the important question will be, will he be able to continue to keep pace, as Josh does not seem very confident about that move. He seems to try and be intimidating Doctor by getting close and then backing off to recharge the battery. How is Doctor doing on battery? He seems to be burning quite a bit, whereas Josh is saving a 20% in favor of Josh right now. Oh, Doctor goes quite a bit wide, and through goes Josh into the lead. Tame has a nice view of that fight. He's really hoping for those two to come to blows. Oh, and he loses the rear there just a little bit. A sturdy air will definitely be biting him through here. He's really trying to hold on, as both of the cars ahead are recharging their batteries. Tame, is full up. He'll have a nice attempt to use it down the straight. Really just hoping for Doctor and Josh to come to blows. This Doctor seems to be losing Josh a little bit, not really having an opportunity to catch up too much, but they do make some time up, about 3/10. Those track warnings for the track limits are starting to pour in. It was definitely a concern going into the race that I raised, especially around this circuit. This and Austria having two of the most difficult track layouts for track limits. Austria having that very weird, super high speed corner that if you go too wide, you'll get penalized for it. I believe they've now made that a gravel trap, if memory serves me right. But another car pitting, this time Owen, as Tame is really trying his best to keep up here. Miles faster than the cars behind. In comparison, let's get their fastest laps. Tame seems to have the closest speed to Doctor than Josh, but with that mistake, Doctor has put himself at risk of being overtaken, but I believe he's safe on the battery deployment. Really sliding there. He's wearing down those medium tires doing that. It's not quite healthy for the tires. This battle seems to be going on for quite some time, as Yoda and the second Red Bull have a nice little fight here. Oh, and they have a little bit of a contact there. It doesn't seem like anything broke, which is good. Never a great day when cars break. We've got the Haas car of Boogie into the pits as Mozzie battles proximity to be in the top 4. A nice overtake through the S's. Really shows who's better through that section, as it's very difficult to get by when you have the dirty air in that sector. Tame seems to be battling Doctor here more than Josh, as Josh is slowly crawling away. I believe the time is still in favor of Doctor, who is the fastest car still. But we won't see too much until we get to the... Oh, a little bit of contact there with Josh, and he's broken off his end plate. The McLaren does get by, but Josh barges past Doctor, having the inside line through this section, but Josh stays ahead and gets the optimal line through the final couple of turns as Doctor dives into the pits, seeing that he can't gain too much. He's gonna have to go for an alternative strategy and fix that wing end plate. That will cost him some time though. The battle now between Tame and Josh. Josh sustaining no damage in that contact. It was purely the end plate banging against Josh's tire. So that leaves Josh and Tame with no damage from that battling. That was exactly what Tame was looking forward to, but I bet he hoped that it was both cars sustaining damage rather than just the one. Now Doctor has come out of the pits and immediately spun. Oh my goodness, he's not gonna be happy. His luck has not seemed to have changed from the past couple of races. Of course, he missed Baku, unfortunately, but that was more out of choice than anything going wrong. Mozzie now in the podium places. A great drive from him. A little bit unassuming with his qualifying position. He only gained P6 in the qualifying, but definitely not someone to count out. He's gotten multiple podiums in the past, but we'll see what Proximity does, as Proximity has crossed the white lines once again to get himself another penalty, but he still seems dead set on battling Mozzie for this position no matter what. Tame has gotten past Josh, is now leading away the race. Will be interesting to see what these top 3 can make of this race. So far it's been quite good. There's been action all across the field, even though most of the focus has been on the top 3. I've tried to do my best to spread it out a little bit. It does look like Baby Yoda is getting in a little bit of a battle here, as McGither is catching up to where he's supposed to be, being a Red Bull driver. He'd obviously want to be towards the front of the pack, as it were. Martix receiving another penalty. I believe that's 9 seconds of penalties for him. Quite a shame, really. Josh has dove into the pits as Tame goes for another lap. Will Mozzie follow into the pits? No, he's on the hard compound, so he'll be on the alternative strategy. He's going to push these tires as far as he can and get on the mediums. Or potentially even the softs, though my experience with soft tires around Coda has not been premier, I will say. Even in the sprint races, where it's recommended to take them, they've just not performed for me. But hopefully these drivers, if they decide to, can make something happen with them. Vey, I don't believe he's pit yet, but he's gotten himself quite a bit up the ways. Yes, Vey, Yoda, and Mozzie all on the same strategy with the hards as Proximity and Tame are the as well as AJ and Martix are on the same medium strategy, where they're going to try and hold on to these mediums as long as they can. Really opens up the durability of the hard tires. You can see as the hard tire runners are having no issues keeping up with the medium runners as those mediums die off. Oh, and we have got another safety car that will be taken advantage of immediately. Now, the question is, who was affected by that? Oh, and Doctor has a drive-through penalty. That is absolutely tragic. He's just had no luck in every race so far. What even caused that? What even caused the safety car? I believe we'll have to pull up the race director to see. But it's not letting me. Obviously, this benefits Tame and Mozzie, as well as Vey, a little bit out of the order from where he should be, as he's, I believe, quite a few places up now. He did not do well in qualifying compared to how he did in Singapore. We'll check real quick. Yeah, his time is quite a bit slower than the top couple of drivers, as Doctor has received another penalty. Wow, this is absolutely tragic. He's gotten absolutely shafted by penalties. Another penalty for track limits. I believe he's just done with this race. It's all a nightmare for him. And he's just waiting for it to be over. The top three now: Tame, Mozzie, Mikiter, Josh, Thomas, Proximity, Seaboogie, Owen, AJ, TRL, Baby Yoda, Doctor, Dux, and Martix. And Doctor will need a supreme drive in order to make anything happen here, as Dux and Martix are way far down. I don't believe there's any amount of hope that they'll catch up. Well, it's looking so far as Doctor is not able to turn around his luck. highly unfortunate, considering he is one of the faster drivers, and he's proven that time and time again. Tyrell has received a penalty for a severe collision with Doctor. Oh, that is interesting. I wonder what's going on between these two. As Doctor is missing an entire front wing again. I believe these two will have choice words for each other. Yeah, it's looking like Doctor is not very happy with this Williams, and throwing a little bit of a fit there, and slowing the car way down. I believe he's trying to crash him fully out. Really just showing that he's not pleased with how this race has gone when it was going his way for the longest time. Dux finally pits from the hards as the safety car continues for another lap. That Williams and Mercedes or McLaren little banter continuing to go on as Doctor is now with his teammate. I believe he's nearing a disqualification for the penalty time amount being exceeded. If he wants that Williams out of the session, he'll have to do it quite fast. But really just a little bit immature from the McLaren. Oh, and he's taken himself out of the session. There will be plenty there for the stewards to look at, and for Doctor to think about, but I wasn't sure to really capture what happened there, but it did look like they had quite a bit of contact there, and Doctor was spun around by it, and he was showing his unhappiness with that particular driver. But it's the safety car restart. We'll have Tame versus Mozzie, Makita, Josh for the lead, as C Boogie has retired from the session. I believe that was due to internet. The race is halfway over. We've got 14 more laps to go. 13 after this one. Tame doing a good job of backing the drivers up, warming up those tires, and then he's off, and the restart has begun. Mozzie staying neck and neck with Tame here. They'll try and get that inside line, and Mozzie is taking the lead momentarily, and he's back in. A crazy twist of fate for Mozzie, the second Sauber driver, racing alongside his team principal, as he's found himself in the lead of the race, despite all odds and a poor qualifying. fighting against Tame, and Thomas has also gotten past both Red Bulls here. Josh will be hoping to catch up, I'm sure. Will he have the speed to? As Tame seemed to have kept pace with him quite easily. It will be interesting to see if he can catch up to that pack. Hopefully, Mozzie and Tame realize who they're really fighting and work together to escape this Red Bull threat. As McKidder seems to be dropping down order. Very unfortunate. I passed by both sister team cars. Will really be rubbing him the wrong way, as Baby Yoda has somehow gotten himself back up into the top 5. Our podium runner for Singapore and potential race winner before some incidents happened in Singapore. He seems to be fighting for a podium now around Circuit of Americas. Very, very nice if he accomplishes it. Tame seems to be falling back from Mozzie. He's really not managing that energy store well. We'll have to catch back up before he falls too far out of place. But those medium tires seem to have been the right call, as we've got McKidder now firmly last. And Thomas has gotten past Tame with a little bit of an aggressive move, as Josh has been passed by the second Ferrari. This is turned into the opportune time for Ferrari to wrap up this championship, if they can keep it this way. Obviously, with Mint being gone, their star driver, really is riding on the shoulders of Tame, really, to ring in the points, being the most next senior driver. Really impressive stuff from Mozzie. He didn't seem particularly fast on those hard tires, but boy is he making it work on the mediums. Thomas keeping ahead of Tame is all he needs to do. He just has to keep his speed up, keep managing the battery, keep managing the tires, and he'll be home free. Now that is a lot of work to do, but will he be able to do it? That is the question. Now, it looks like he's not able to keep pace with Mozzie, despite being on equal tires. Once the hard tires really get into their face, it might be much more difficult for him to defend. Thomas now helping Mozzie win by backing up the two Ferraris. Now Tame is back up to where he wants to be. He's got quite a bit of catching up to do, about 2.5 seconds. But the longer he battles with the Mercedes and Thomas, the more he has to catch up. Mozzie will be doing hot laps practically, trying to make the most out of this gap, and hope all the other drivers keep it clean. As Thomas is really fighting Tame here for that podium place. This is hugely beneficial to Mozzie. Mozzie will be loving this. Absolutely thrilled. Josh really doesn't seem to be liking these hard tires. Neither Red Bull particularly seems to care for them, as they just seem a little bit too cold. They make quite a few errors. I've seen them suffer a little bit on traction, but he will get past the Ferrari of Yoda here, maybe. Yoda doing a very good job of being Tame's rear gunner and kind of preventing anyone from joining that fight between Tame and Thomas. But Josh here is probably the next fastest person on the track versus Mozzie, at least currently. He's really just being held back by the Ferrari of Yoda, and he's really suffering on the brakes there. He almost spun out again. Yoda does not seem to be managing those tires very well. He's already sliding around a whole bunch. He's losing a lot of speed in the corners. Josh is having to correct on the brakes. Oh, and he slowed down through the corner. A little bit of contact there. Just a little bump to say, hey, you can give a little bit more gas through there, as he easily barges his way past and into the optimal turn of that corner. Obviously, it would have been rather been a little bit more to the right for that. Thomas officially a little bit out of that fight. Tame seems to have gotten his way of things. Starting to catch up with Mozzie as those hard tires get into their optimal phase. 8 more laps to survive. Now, the Williams of Xeon, who is involved with those incidents with Doctor, he seems to be fighting with AJ now in the Alpine. A little bit questionable on the track limits there. Nice little helicopter view. Tame has definitely gotten his way of things. Exactly what he wanted to happen has happened. Josh and Doctor getting caught up in instants, leaving him really with the best chance possible to win. Unfortunately, the person who seemed to make the most of that is the British driver in the Sauber, Mozzie, the co-owner of the league. As Vey has peeled into the pits, he seemed a little bit unsatisfied with those medium tires as they've died off quite harshly. I believe he'll be on the soft compound next, unless he wants to try another medium stint. Tame now really hunting down Mozzie here. He's gained a second up on him since I last announced the time. but Josh seems to be fading away, unable to keep pace on those hard tires. Those mediums just seem to have a performance that is quite good. Baby Yoda fighting with Owen here. Owen, our winner from Singapore, desperately trying to hunt some form of success out of this race. I think if he finishes in the top 5, that's a result to be proud of. But I believe we'll have a fight between Mozzie and Tame here shortly, in just a lap or two. Some very impressive fighting going on here, as he weaves to the inside, past the Ferrari, and he cuts him off on the exit. See you later, he says, trying to go as fast as he can past the Ferrari of Yoda. Tame has now hunted down a DRS to Mozzie. He'll be wanting that win one way or another. Mozzie needs an ace up his sleeve here. I don't think that he can hold up this Ferrari for too long, especially with him recharging that battery. We'll have to pay a little bit more attention to the telemetry. Tame with 70%, he's really recharging that battery, and Mozzie is really using that battery, so... He thought about overtaking there, but he really wants the slipstream, as he has a whole bunch of battery to burn here, and shoot past Mozzie. Mozzie just taking up quite a bit of the road. Using a little bit of battery that he doesn't have, and he's really getting that wheel alongside, banging it against the side of the Ferrari. Well, this is more where Josh wants the drivers to be, for him to catch up, as Tame is our leader, and Mozzie for P2. Now Josh has gained a massive second